Good evening. How we doing? Bob Mendel's here. Hello, sir. Jody's here. Hi, Jody. Welcome. Let's see here. We gotta give it a second for the thingy to go out on the other thingy there. Jana, welcome. Let's see. Was that it? That could have been it. Let's see. And it went live on the Discord. All right. CC's Aqua Escapes, welcome in. The thingy for the thingy. Yes, the thingy worked. All right. So how's everybody doing today? I do have some topics to talk about. I've been a busy person. Had a better week though, not as draining as the last few weeks, so that's a good thing. So yeah, things are good. Keeping busy though. That's okay. Let's see. Oh, it says I have 6 people here, so I'm hoping to get a few more before I start talking. While we're waiting, Jody, when is the best time to discuss your guppies and your availability? Is or what you have available, I should say. Is now a good time? In a few months? When is best for you? We really need to start streaming, you and Emily, so that you can keep us abreast of what you have. Welcome in, Jeff. Good to see you. I'll tell you, Jeff, you're giving me the urge to buy a 3D printer. What you're doing with it is just it's fascinating, and the amount that you're doing with it and the stuff that you're making, I see it as a way that would save me a significant amount of money. But it's quite fascinating. Jody says anytime. Okay. If you say so. Jody cannot play Clash of Clans. Oh, jeez. I have zero desire to play Clash of Clans, so I'm good. We got Gina playing. We kind of lost Mike and Geek Boy, though, which is very unfortunate. They're good at it, too. Welcome in, Shell. Good to see you. All right, the number's climbing. We can get started. All right, so before I forget, because I forgot on Wednesday, I have the Clash numbers somewhere here. Okay. We are up to 14 vendors taking up 17 spaces. So that number is up a couple, which is a good thing. We still have a ways to go with that one. We're a little slow on that one right now. We need to do better. We can do better. We will do better. It's just taking more time. So I know of a lot of people that have said they're going to vend. We just need to get them to do the jump. Last year, I think we were able to get them done, get them signed up a lot quicker. This year, I think it's going to take longer, but I'm confident that we will still hit those numbers. We're up to 185 full weekend passes and 1 day pass, so 186 registered. We have now officially surpassed all previous years for registered attendees, except for last year. So that's absolutely amazing. We are already, the fact that we have already exceeded all of those numbers, all those past years. Even if we don't hit last year's numbers, it's still going to be a successful event based on the numbers we have already gained. And our all-inclusive numbers up to 194, which is really good. That exceeds all previous years except for the last 2 years for the all-inclusive number. And that number climbs pretty steadily. So I think we're doing good there. Also, hot off the press, Found out today from Mike, who's in charge of sponsorships, that we have secured our aquascaping tanks from that fish place, that pet place, to provide the same tanks as last year, which is absolutely amazing. So that is great. I really like those tanks, so that's exciting. And I'm very thankful for that fish place, that pet place. They take really good care of us. And that's a platinum sponsorship. Yep. And so great job to Mike for securing that. So that's exciting. Good. Some really good news. Anything else Clash related? I don't think so. I think that's a Clash related. So things are going good. I believe the show classes are posted. The sponsorship is not, but the list of them is. Jody, the competition starts Friday morning and ends Saturday morning. They get like a half hour or an hour Saturday morning, and that's it. The bulk of it is done on Friday. Hi, buddy. You want to come over? No? He's in his bed. Welcome in, John. Good to see you. Let's see here. So that's the Clash. I don't think there's anything else. I feel like I'm missing something Clash related, but I'm not sure. So over the last few days, I have ventured into some a carpentry project. There are only 4 aquascaping spots remaining. That's another big one. Yep. I am not much of, my history consists of emergency services, whether it's fire, EMS, security, whatever. Um, lawn and landscaping, and the aquarium hobby. Those are my skill sets. Mechanics, tools, carpentry, not my thing. So this past Friday, I guess it was. Oh, hi, Cheddar. You want to come up? Probably not. This past Friday, I believe it was. Yeah. Oh, hi. You gonna jump up? Come on. Come on. Are you coming up or not? Come here. Come on. There he is. There he is. All right. Just sit still. Don't bite me. Just be cool. Okay. Welcome in, Lori. So Friday, I went to Home Depot and got some lumber, and I've made 2 racks already, and they are ghetto and not good looking. And hi, Nancy from Tennessee. It's so good to see you as well. Um, and they're holding the tanks. They're doing the job. One is made out of lumber from a previous tank or rack that so it's painted. The other one is not. So I wanted to do I needed an additional rack and wanted to do a better job with it and wanted to make it stronger. And I'm frozen because the cat bumped the wire. Get down from there. Can you still hear me or no? That means yes. Okay, thank you, Nancy. All right, so let's see what we got to do here. Let's hit this button, and then we'll go over here. Let's try this. And let's go back to this. Nope, I'm still frozen. I'm not doing that for your pleasure. Get down. See? That's what happens. You lose privileges when you misbehave. Okay, so let's try turning this off. And let's go back and add this and this. And I'm still frozen. Okay. Let's try something different here. Let's delete it again. And let's pretend we're going to add a new one. And there we go. Okay, there's one right there. And then we can hit OK. Now I gotta do the things. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Let's see here. Okay, let's go here. And then chroma key, that's what it's called. Okay. And let's hit close. And then I think I did it. I did it. Okay. There we go. Much better. So yeah, I needed to add a rack, and with the goal of putting a 40 breeder on the bottom, and then some 10s, 5s, and 2.5s on 2 shelves above it, I believe it is. So in talking to people here, watching some videos, doing some research, I determined that the best way is probably to do dado cuts, which I've never done in my life. And I also have limited tools. I have a DeWalt hand circular saw, and some drills. So I got, instead of doing 2x4s like I've done in the past, All Things Fish, Mike recommended 2x6s because of the 40 breeder and extra strength and stability. So I did some 2x6s. I got 4 of them, and I think they're 6 feet, if I remember correctly. And some 2x4s, of course, as well. And brought them home, and I was able to get the dado cuts done and started to paint them. Ran out of daylight. It's rained and work and blah, 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 blah since then. So I still need to cut the other sides. Oh, and I got some plywood as well. And so hopefully Friday I'll be able to paint the other sides. And then ultimately I do think I should probably do a second coat as well. But I successfully did the dado cut. So that was a big step, and I'm excited for it. We'll see. Hopefully it turns out better. In addition, I did get a wire metal rack. I checked the weight ratings and stuff like that. And what's it called? I put that together today. I hate assembling things. But that's going to be for 3 10-gallons. I think 2 or 3 10s and 5 5s, I believe, is what I'm going to put on that one. So right now I'm probably around 60 to 65 tanks. These 2 racks will get me up to closer to 80, and I'm almost at my 100 mark, which is my goal. All right, let me do some more hellos here. We said hi to Nancy from Tennessee. We said hi to Lori. Jody's having eggs hatch of something. What are you hatching out there? And there is Dr. Ted. Welcome in, Dr. Ted. And John says, fish tank racks, make sure they're plumb and level, or they can stress the tanks and pop seams. Donut, yeah, that's something I'm paying attention to as well. And also one of the reasons I'm going to do the plywood to help balance them out. The cat was hitting buttons. No, the cat pulled a wire. That's what he did. If anyone is deciding between Clash and Aquashella, one is a business run trade show. Yeah. I agree. It's like Christmas every time I check. I don't know what she's hatching. The other is a social event. Exactly. And not only is it a social event, it is a fundraiser for 2 nonprofits. Okay. Welcome in, Zenny. Thanks for stopping in. Do people still go to Aquashella? Yeah, that's a good one. Welcome in, Diane. Good to see you. Okay, scrolling down. Add a shelf in your rack. No tanks. Flush to end of shelf. Best rack decision I made. Extended to the width of a specimen cup. Oh. That's a good idea. Rice fish. Jody's doing rice fish. Nice. Welcome in, Scott. Oh, hold on. Check out the shirt. Shout out to Small World Aquatics. And let's see here. 3/4 inch plywood, I believe. Oh, I don't know. I either did half or 3/4. I'm not sure. It was either half or 3/4. I used kitchen and bath black matte finish paint. I don't remember what paint I got. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, today I put that metal rack together and did like I said, I could not work on the wood today because of the rain. And then set that up. Oh, I put up 7 more sheets of insulation, I think. Excuse me. Are you coming up here? Come on. Come on. Well, I'm not going to pet you if you're not going to jump up. So you can either jump up or do without. There you go. Go mess with your brother. Perfect. I needed to put up the rest of the installation so that I can put up these new racks up against the wall. I wanted to obviously do that beforehand. So I did that today as well and cleaned up a little bit underneath. I'm going to put up this next rack once I finish painting it and everything. And welcome in, Long Family Shoal. The next project, 2 projects that I'm working on are lighting. I have the lighting. I need to clean it up a bit. I did find the extensions for the, what is it, Barina, I think is the brand I have, the shop lights. I found extensions that are double the length of the ones that come with it. So that will work out perfect, I think. And then I got some clear, not, yeah, I guess it's clear wire and some hooks. Because in the spare bedroom, I think I have 7 or 10 tanks in there. And instead of doing individual lights on them, I want to do the shop lighting in there, but I want it to look somewhat decent in there. Um, so I am going to try hanging that up in there as well. And then the next thing after that is I want to redo the central airline, the loop in both rooms. The one is using PVC, but it's not a good loop and it has a lot of branches. So I want to do a better loop, and I'll probably still have a few branches coming off of it, but I need it to be more centralized. And the other one is even worse. It's flimsy PEX. So I want to switch that to PVC and do a better loop in there as well, especially since I'm adding 2 racks. I'm not going to waste the old stuff though. So the PVC loop, I just need to restructure it and add some. The PEX, I'm going to use one section of that, probably, maybe 2, for the spare bedroom, because that needs something better as well. So none of it's being wasted. It's just going to be restructured and added onto, and I think that will be successful. I don't know what that noise was. So Jody got her eggs off of Amazon. Interesting. Um, only a few fungus eggs and 14 have hatched as of an hour ago. Wow. Still another 35-ish to go. That's a lot. That's quite a bit. Oh, excuse me. Oh. The As far as the python and other stuff in the fish room, I have not had much of an opportunity to do anything with that. Um, today I had to, so today I was off, but instead of doing all of that, I had to work on the stuff I already talked about. I had to go get blood work. I had to do stuff for the club and for the clash as well, and do some cleanup here as well, and clean litter boxes. The Speaking of the club, coming up in a couple weeks, Dan from Dan's Fish will be in town, and we'll be speaking at ACLC, Aquarium Club of Lancaster County. I'm excited for that. What's wrong? Whatever. Um, we are going to let's see. Saturday he'll be talking. Saturday night, the ACLC board of directors are going to go to dinner with him. Sunday, we are going to do some fish room tours, maybe some fish stores. It's going to be tough because of Easter. Come on, come here. The We'll probably go visit Scott's fish room. Not confirmed yet, Scott, but it's probable. Um, and then Monday morning we might do a little bit as well. The following month we have Master Breeder Dean coming from across the country, and we haven't gotten into the details yet for what all we'll be doing with him, but probably very similar. Dr. Ted says, what are the top 3 hot killies right now? Blue Galaris, for sure. Fundulopanchex suggests dead is definitely a hot one. I would say there's been a lot of chatter about the native Fundulus chrysota. So that could be one. The lamprey killie. The wait, no, not the lamprey. The Lake Tanganyikan killie is pretty popular right now. I mean, yeah. Scott says the Aphyosemian Australia orange. That's always a common one. That and the striatum are definitely always popular. But and the same for the Chrome Aphyosemian volcanum. They're all popular ones, but I would say the blue Glarus is, because of the challenges breeding them. Some people are great with it, but many struggle with it. They're just challenging. And they're so beautiful, like they're known as the king of killifish. So those things combined, Scott has fry from Tanganyikan killies. Look at you go. What's the full scientific name for this, Scott? The Lamprichthyi Tanganyikanus, something like that. Welcome in, Alshon. So those things combined for the blue Glarus, its beautiful looks, the challenges, the value, are just making it it's always a hot killifish. Popular, especially because of looks and easiness. Aphyosemian Australia, Aphyosemian striatum. I mean, again, this one here is my personal favorite, the Fundulopanchex sporenbergi. Are you forgetting clown or rock Achilles? Yeah, I mean, the Epiplatus annulatus is one of my favorites, absolutely. But that's not like a new hot killie. It's always been a popular one for sure. Speaking of killies, welcome in, Cosmin. Hope you're doing well. Cosmin, if you're able this upcoming month at ACLC, is Dan from Dan's Fish. Be a good meeting to come to. Left off the S. Lamproichthyus. Lamprichthyus. Hey, that's just a tongue twister. Have you gotten fry from the Glarus? In the past, a couple years ago, I did. And it wasn't this one. I believe it was the Niger Delta. Was it Niger Delta or Poland Line 15? I want to say it was the Niger Delta. I did breed those years ago. I have gotten eggs from the ones that I have now, but they ultimately just fungused up. I have that other batch that I got from Ryan at Wild Fish Tanks at the Clash. I honestly have not checked for eggs for them yet. But I did recently put them in a new setup that would be better for them. But Glarus they're a hot commodity. If killies weren't jumpers, I'd put them in some tubs and see if I have any luck there outside. Speaking of those, what a segue. I did get I got 3 tubs set up. Each one has a tub plant in it. Each one has a little solar pump just to keep some water movement on it. And what the heck was that noise? They are almost ready to go. I put some ponds or whatever API pond starter in there a week or so ago. This week I think is going to be still a little too cold, but next week I'm thinking so. Let's look at the weather to add some fish. Yeah, Thursday it's going down to 31. So I think we'll wait till the following week. I'm going to do Gold white clouds in one tub. I'm going to do regular white clouds in another. And then the rice fish that I got from Nancy from Tennessee in the third one, most likely. Alshon says tangkilies have very weak spines, have to be very delicate, especially with adults. Interesting. Scott says I spent 1.5 years and got one baby from them. That sounds about right. For tubs, get a window mesh and lay it on top. But that will hurt the plants. I won't be able to have the plants coming up and flowering and stuff as well, which sucks. Dee Dee, welcome in. How are you feeling? Richard, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Lurking and working. John says, put window screen over the tub. Killifish have a hard time jumping through window screen. Yes, but again, the plants. I really want to have plants out there. Welcome in, Joe. I heard that about the Tanganyikan killies as well. Yep. Mac and Mac is going to sleep. Yeah, I would love to. I mean, maybe I'll do some additional tubs that don't have the plants grown out of them, but I want to have some nice plants. Hopefully, some flowers would be nice. Ted says, use the indoor tanks for spawning and just move the mops outside. I do that with rainbows. Okay. That could work. But also, if I have those other fish in there, I'm probably not going to get the, they're going to eat the fry, I'd imagine, of the killies. I don't know. It's a tough one. Get bigger tubs. Lower the water level and add screen on top. The screen should be black so it doesn't interfere with viewing. Yeah. I could do more tubs probably. I could do some tubs out there just for that. But like I also want the mosquito larvae and stuff like that to be able to happen and grow so that that's the the natural food for them that makes that's one of the nice things about doing tubbing is you put some fish in there, they eat the mosquito larvae and they go crazy and reproduce like crazy. I guess what I really need to do is find some fish that can go good together and breed and everything together in the tubs. Plants and killifish. So many things wrong there. Just do live bears. They're usually smart enough to not all themselves like killies do. Yes, I do like live bears as well. Ted, did the rads use a mop or hyacinth roots or both? Dee Dee says, I managed to clean up 3 bogs today. Don't overdo it. You've been sick, Dee Dee. Still have 2 to go. I usually break them down for the winter. Right. Guppies jump outside, especially when excited by mosquito larvae. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe some Goodeids. I need to get them going pretty good. Rats colony spawned outside and did not jump. That's good. Hi, are you coming up? There he is. Come here. Ugh. Did you ever manage anything with tiger teddies? Nope, I did not. However, I did. Wait. Yes, that's the Neo Heterandia, right? Or the tiger teddies. I do have a few babies of them. Not many, but I do have a few babies. I get the least killies and the tiger teddies mixed up because they're both heterandia, if I remember correctly. I have done rads outside without either, just threw them in a tub. Nice. Danios and sparkling gouramis together. And yeah, I've never had either of those. Probably use the algae, right? Going to be selling off a lot of my shrimp. I might be buying a lot of your shrimp. You got some nice shrimp. The spare bedroom is going to be my shrimp room, basically. I have, let's see here, set up, or in the process of being set up, like as in have water in them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 tanks in there, and I'm going to be setting up a 10th and 11th tank, and that's probably all that will be in there. But that will be enough for shrimp, so that's good. What I might ultimately do is I do have the 46 bow front in there, and ultimately I might take that down, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm debating taking that down and putting a couple smaller tanks in that spot, but we'll see. I'm not positive yet. DD says too many tanks and ponds. Yeah, it's a lot. Some are too warm for good idiots. Use a shade or deep stock tank for the thermo line. Anyone have the blue pearl Neos? Blue pearl? No. I'm assuming you mean Neo Caridina. Least killifish is Heterandia. Tiger Teddy is Neo Heterandia. Yes, okay. Both bred the same way with about one fry drop a day. Once I get things situated, I'm gonna do more water changes. In the past, I don't do regular water changes. I never have. But I do plan to. It just have not been able to and haven't had a good setup for that. But I'm getting really close to being able to do that, and I think that could potentially help. But I did get some babies from them for sure. 365 items in the BCAS auction. I expect that to at least double before Saturday. Wow. I wish I could go. There's a chance I might be able to leave early. We'll see. There's nothing special going on, but like what makes it tricky is, for example, this past weekend, I worked Saturday and Sunday, and yesterday and the day before. There we go. Absolutely nothing going on there. The weather was even relatively nice outside, and we were busy. We were really super busy, and no special promotions or anything. So it's hard for me to be able to take off when we're still busy. So we'll see. Let's see. Did you pass your test the other day? Hold on, Cheddar. Yes, I did. Yeah. I was actually the first one in the class to finish and passed. They don't tell you what your score is, though. I'm kind of curious about that. But I was honestly quite impressed with myself because it's been a long time since I've taken any type of course, and even longer since I've taken a test. So I was quite happy about that. And from there, I went from the college to the place to get the fingerprints done, and then came home, had to do the application. It's all the process that I'm doing this for is to get my Delaware security certification. I had it 20 years ago, but since then they've changed the requirements where you have a course, you have a test. Back in the day when I did it, it was just a thorough background check, fingerprints and all that done through the state police, and some reading material, stuff like that. Now now it's an online college course and an exam plus the fingerprints, and an application to the state police. So I and the other crappy part is it costs a lot of money. The course was $150, I think, The test is 50. The fingerprints is like $100 or something. I don't know. I might have those numbers backwards, but overall, I spent like $300. But I'm trying to get the Delaware certification back so that I can do some more part-time work, and just to have that certification as an option. Um, the uh, the school that I work part-time at, they've been hiring more full-timers, and there's just less part-time work available. And when there is a part-time shift opening up, it's at the last minute, and yeah. So it's happened before with this with the school, but never to this extreme. So, I'm staying there. I'll still get some shifts, but I need more. This hobby's kind of expensive. Um, Now, did fingerprints reflect a criminal? Nope. Well, I don't know. I mean, I didn't get the results back yet, but actually, they didn't send them to me, but they did send them to the police already. So I'm assuming I passed. Um, what kind of pH are you breeding the tiger teddies? Had some guys tell me over the weekend they bred best in 6.8 to 7, but I don't know about that. I have no clue. I know. Ooh, excuse me. When I had them in the living room tank, they did not do good. And now that I have them in the fish room, I am getting babies. That's the one big difference. Sounds like you need to learn some things from Master Breeder Dean and not need as many part-time shifts. Yeah, yeah, I wish. Ted says, Scotty, you're an amazing self-made man. Well, thank you. John says, I don't like getting background checks done. I apparently got a file with the FBI. Never knew I was of such interest. I have a clean background. And so, for example, working at the school, I have to have special clearances. And also when I got my job as well, my full-time job. So none of that's an issue. You won't see anything about fingerprints unless they have to retake them due to error. Yeah, I suspect that is why I've not heard anything. But the police got my background results before I even had a chance to get the application turned in. So that's how I know they got them, because they reached out to me. I think his ears are bothering him. Might need to clean them some more and continue to put some drops in them. Huh, buddy? What else? Talked about the tubs, talked about the fish room, work I've been doing. Um, Whenever it could be this Wednesday. If it's not this Wednesday, probably next Wednesday. But it's going to be the 100th fireside chat. So we will be doing some giveaways. I don't know if I'm going to do like a big giveaway or a couple small ones. I personally am a fan of doing a couple small ones. So we'll probably do that just so more people can be winners. And so that will be probably this Wednesday. I think I might be able to make it. I think I'm going to make it, but I'm not going to know until the last minute. So it's not going to be scheduled ahead of time. So you'll have to pay attention. But yeah, probably this Wednesday. It'll be the 100th. So we'll do some giveaways. Also celebrating being over 700 subs. Last I checked, it was like 710. It bounced around between 705 and 712. It's been holding pretty steady now at 710, so I think that's a safe number. So we'll do that. also coming up in the near future, not yet, but in the near future, we are going to do a members only stream, which will be a fish rooms tours, where I will do a tour of all 3 fish rooms. So that will be. It's not going to be this upcoming week. I know that for a fact. It's going to be after that. CC says my background is quote clear. I worked with children, so I had some pretty serious background checks. Yep. Same for me doing security at a school. Dee Dee says I used to have access and pull info on potential correctional staff. Yep. Names crossover so easy and have to be cleared up even though the person involved isn't. Yep. You should do it next week. I haven't sent you anything. Well, maybe we'll do one the following week as well. We have options. I had to take a drug test 3 times once. They lost it once and didn't process the next one before it expired. On the 3rd attempt, I asked if they needed me to just process it myself. Right? You did a lot of running around today, didn't you? You're tired. They don't get to nap all day when I'm home. I keep them moving. The other one's sleeping, though. He's passed the hell out in his bed. Macky Mac. Opened his eyes, stretched, and went back to sleep. That quick. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to talk about. Trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. I don't think so. All right, everyone. I'm going to call it a night. It's been almost an hour, close enough. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And I think the next stream will be the Garden of Eden. So I'll see you all there. Have a good one.